Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome down here at the Hungarian in Budapest. We're here for the second to last race of the season where it will be a constant fight to the finish line to win this Grand Prix today. Round 7 of 8 in Kenco F1 with only one track after this one, and we still don't know for definite who will be in the run to win this championship. A full grid of drivers today with eyes on the trophy by each and every single one of them. And taking a look at the track in Budapest then, just 2.72 miles with two DRS zones very close to each other at the beginning of the lap, lots of heavy braking, and drivers have to manage their tyres throughout each sector of the track. 14 turns, 6 to the left, 8 to the right, with less elevation changes in Austria, but much tighter turns. Tyre compounds this weekend sit smack bang in the middle of toughness, C4 for the soft, C3 mediums, and the C2 hard tyres. Let's get this Hungary Grand Prix underway. Onto the starting grid for this year's Hungarian Grand Prix. Joel Foxall sits his Ferrari on pole alongside the now Haas of Kasper Kuretz, split by 0.06 of a second. Joe Bean's second race of this one, starting in third place alongside a very promising qualifying session for the Williams of Taylor Hume. Very free now, and we have an AlphaTauri of Alex Peak alongside Callum Steppen driver for this weekend, Reggie J, who will have lots of pressure on his shoulders. Adam Forbes loves starting in P7 and will be racing alongside the Mercedes of Archie Middelfeld. Behind Adam sits Zach Plant alongside Smits in the other AlphaTauri, completing positions 9 and 10. Ryan Harper sits in P11 today, hoping he will get some points secured alongside the Haas of James Wilson. Gomez starting in P13 in his Alfa Romeo with the very quick and promising Mercedes of Dylan Hartley. On to row 8 now, and we have the Red Bull lockout with two drivers who are most definitely on to secure some points today of Max Chapman and Jay Robinson. Hikes in P17 alongside Stein in the other Alpine car. Finishing up the last row of the grid, we potentially might be seeing an orange McLaren's, but who knows what's going to happen at this point. And that concludes the grid for this year's 2022 Hungarian Grand Prix. Let's go. Let's go indeed. Guys, very good evening to you. Welcome. I hope that you can hear me and I hope that everything is working. That intro sequence went very well and I am in a very hyper mood, so hopefully you're doing well. Welcome. I'm joined here with Jamie, I think. Hopefully.
Hello.
He is here. Let me know
I'm
if you
here.
can let me know if you can hear him. AV check should be good. Mute it. No, shush guys, you can hear me fine. But yes, second to last, penultimate, I think is the word.
Yeah, the penultimate round of the championship, round number 7.
How
We're here at the
exciting.
Hungaroring, and there's 10 points between Joel Foxall and Max Chapman in the drivers, and 27 points between Red Bull and Ferrari.
Yes, I got all
in
the
the
data
constructors.
open. That's why I asked you for the spreadsheet earlier.
Yes.
But yes, lots of data. I can quickly show you some of it. It's not all confidential, but this is as it currently stands for the Driver Championship and the Constructor Championship, as everyone's just about to start their formation lap. So we've got Red Bull 184 points in the Constructors, with Ferrari 157, and then we've just got a 10-point gap between Joel Foxall and Max Chapman, with 2 races left. So at the moment, it's currently Joel, but I mean, this race can change everything. Max Chapman, I believe, starting P16 today. Joel starting P1, so that could have a huge factor into it. Hashtag leaked. I know. Look at these. Look at the data involved in this spreadsheet. I didn't make it, all right, but it's quite impressive stuff from Matt Widdowson here. But yeah, there's lots of data that I don't know if I should share. But yes, there we go. We'll jump into the hopefully into the Grand Prix. That should be okay volume. Let me know if the game's too loud though, but we should be all right. You're able to send Stein an invite, Jamie, please.
Yeah.
If you can, that would be awesome. Leaked contract of how much the winner earns. That's it. The prize money. Oh, I wish my bank account could stretch to that. And I'm sure that the drivers will want that as well. But yeah, we do actually see a Haas in P2 today. So there will be a Haas on the front row of the grid, which I don't think you've ever seen before. But yeah, Casper's been changing teams very frequently recently. He was working for Alfa Romeo for the last 2 weeks. Now he's over to Haas. Not too sure on the decision making on that one, but yeah, his driving ability's improving and he's going down in the teams. But you never know. But yeah, like I say, it's currently going to be Joel Casper, obviously on the front row, and then we've got both the Red Bulls down in P13 and P14, unable to qualify. But obviously, hopefully, they'll be making up some positions today. We do have 2 Chapmans as well. It looks like Gomez has forgot to change his number. Oh, no, not Gomez. Hang on. Hikes. Hikes' number hasn't changed in the game. So unfortunately, yeah, that's Hikes in P11 there. And it looks, yeah, they're really strong for the Williams as well. I think we are missing Zach Plant today in his Aston Martin. But yeah, there you go. The grid's just lining up here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. This is exciting. And plus oh, it might not be next week. I don't know. We've got Brazilian Grand Prix at some point. But yeah, here we go then. Hopefully this is more exciting than the Monaco or Monegasque, or I don't even know what it's called, Grand Prix that was today. But here we go. Adam, you legend. Thank you. Anyway, we'll get the lights turned on. That is 5 red. And away the drivers go to start the Hungarian Grand Prix here. It looks to be both of the... Pretty much everyone's got a good start there. The Ferrari at the back's going a little bit wide, but Joel Foxhall does lead down into turn 1 with an Alpine and a Haas side by side there. One of the Alpines on the much softer tyres. He's going to have a much better run down into turn 3 with the Haas Casper dropping back in position there. And the Mercedes as well, fighting up some positions. Middelfeld up into P5. Unfortunately, Taylor Hume lost 2 positions there. As we see Hargreaves there in Ferrari making up a few positions. Looks like Jay Robinson as well as fell to the back of the grid with Max Chapman remaining in P14. I'm out of breath. I think we've lost Jamie, but never mind, it's fine. Oh, welcome back, no worries at all. It looks like we have just, Joel Foxhall's conceded a place. That's an Alpine currently. Joe Bean from P3 up to P1 now, with Joel Foxhall in P2. Again, Hungary is such a short, you know, it's not a short track, but there's so many heavy braking. Tyre degs is going to be huge today. But we are seeing a complete change of the grid here, as unfortunately both the Red Bulls leading the back of the pack there, P15 and P16, which isn't great to see. But amazing camera views here. Cloudy weather, no sign of rain today.
Yeah, it looks like on the weather radar there's not going to be any rain predicted, as we have got Joe Bean leading so far. He is on the soft compound tyre compared to Joel on the mediums. So,
interesting tyre choice by Joe Robinson.
Yeah, Jay Robinson
starting on the, I mean, he might be going for a different strategy, obviously, to his teammate there, starting on the mediums. Hard to till as many laps as he can. Hopefully there won't be a safety car, otherwise that's pretty much ruined Jay's strategy here. But yeah, we should be able to see a good race, hopefully, eyeing itself out. Lots of drivers in the middle of the pack here, very close to each other. Obviously, DRS hasn't been enabled yet. There's 2 DRS zones here at the very start of the track on the main straight, and then down through after turn 1. But yeah, I mean, it's looking good so far, to be honest with you. Max Chapman there from P15 up to P13, Hargreaves up to P10, and then, yeah, unfortunately, obviously, Casper missing out there, starting P2 down to P3, and then, yeah, Joe Bean in his Alpine, P3 up to P1, so whether or not he can keep that, I mean, he's already gaining some time on Joel by the looks of it, so he's absolutely smashing it so far.
And it's match point for Joel to winning the Constructors this weekend. If he wins and doesn't get past with that, Max Chapman doesn't score a single point, he will be champion at the end of this race. But we've still got laps?
Too many.
Laps.
32 more.
Too many to go.
It's fine, it's all good. I like this bit of racing. Hopefully as well we will see less, as Ryan Harper's just retired from the session. I can't say I'm surprised, but that's caused a virtual safety car, unfortunately, for the Aston Martin there, down into P16. I think it's too late for any of the drivers to pit, if I'm honest with you. I think they've all crossed the line, so yeah, virtual safety car there. Not a full safety car, as I'm not sure if that is a collision with potentially Max Chapman down into P15. I'm not sure, that might have been a different incident, but yeah, unfortunately that's the Aston Martin down into P16 there.
I'm riding on board with Max Chapman at the moment. It doesn't look like he has any damage to his front wing. So
let me just reverse here. There we go. So that's Joe Robinson, and then that's Max Chapman there leading the back of the Grand Prix, as his, you know, his driver championship rival, I suppose, is in P2. Max got 32 laps to make up some points here, and he can't let Joel Foxhall win this, because I don't know if it concludes it, but I'm pretty sure if Max needs points today, doesn't he? As it looks like Smits there gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. Unfortunately, he has got a drive-through as well, so he's going to have to serve that win the next 3 laps here. As Max Chapman goes wide a little bit. He hasn't really got much traction today, but hopefully he can get his head down and pretty much just get focused for the rest of the race. But yeah, interesting, I suppose. Obviously, Bean on soft tyres. We've got Peak on soft tyres, and then obviously Joel Foxall there on the medium. So that's probably why we can see Joe Bean sort of storming away. But he's definitely going to have to pit a little bit earlier, as we see a few cars go wide, as Casper Kuritz looks like he's just lost and conceded another position here to Alex Peak into P3 here. Again, it's the soft tyres that they're so much quicker around Hungary, but they're going to die so much quicker. Hopefully it's down to the last race with Ian Massey control. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
At the moment, in live championship standings,
yes,
Joel would be leading the championship, but by only 28 points. And
okay,
the maximum points for next weekend is 34, so it will go down to the last race at the moment.
Right, yeah, that does make sense.
Stand.
Oh, someone's destroyed the speed board there. But yeah, as it stands, there we go. It makes sense. I had a delivery of Prime the other day, like the KSI and Logan Paul drink. It's actually amazing. I highly recommend it if you haven't already got it. It's amazing. Although don't go for the grape flavour and make the same mistake as me.
Okay.
It's very good. It's very good. Come on, Jay. There you go. Adam's rooting for you, Robinson. Meow. Anyway, yeah, so we've got two Williams, P6 and P7 here, doing their absolute bits here. Unfortunately, it looks like Adam Forbes has dropped a little bit off his teammate in front, but DRS is obviously opened here, and we can see Taylor very, very, very close to the rear of the Mercedes middle fell there, as we see Hargreaves may come have a place in the race, as well as obviously it looks like the Mercedes teammate in front of us, Dylan Hartley there up to P10. So yeah, good start by both of the drivers. I mean, obviously the person who's probably made the most work here has probably been Joe Bean there, up in P1 at the moment, doing very, very well. But yeah, this track though, Jamie, it's that sausage curb that Taylor's coming over right now. If the drivers touch that, I'm pretty sure they're going round. The rear just loses it from experience.
Yeah, the sausage curbs around this track are not nice.
No.
So.
They, yeah, like I say, if we just ride on board here with Taylor Hume, for instance, you can see obviously some of the curbs the drivers know that they can go onto, but you'll find as well, pretty much it's normally sort of sector 1 that we see them. Yeah, the drivers just, you know, they're very, I suppose, yeah, sausage curbs, quite frankly. If the drivers go over them, their car has pretty much lost traction on the ground, and they're taking it round. So the drivers need to be very focused around Hungary. Lots of sort of, you know, 180-degree turns, especially this one coming here. Sort of, you know, you need to get that braking point right and then straight on the throttle. Open that DRS here for Taylor, and he's going to gain a little bit of an advantage here on the Mercedes in front, but definitely not this time round, as we might jump on board with Dylan Hartley as well behind. Actually, no, hold up. Wasn't that there's an overtake here by Hikes and Hargreaves here, fighting around the turn. I don't know if they're still side by side, but it looks like coming up the turn, Hargreaves is still just in front of... hang on. I can't do my cameras. There we go. Just in front of Hikes here. Unfortunately, it does say Chapman on the leaderboard, but I think there's just conflicting numbers. But yeah, have a look at the sausage curbs going around here. It looks like Hikes lost a bit of time, but yeah, that one's very, very. I suppose it's almost like slippery, really. But there we go. We're rooting for Jay since Mitch wasn't racing today. That's it.
It looks like the big winners and losers of the opening laps is Reddy J. Hargreaves, gaining 8 positions.
Should we find out?
Start.
Hang on.
And Smith's losing 7 at the start as well, down in P15. So not good start for the AlphaTauri driver.
No, but Hargreaves up 8 positions already. That's it's pretty good going for the Ferrari, the step-in driver for this weekend. I think Callum's watching Top Gun this evening, so he can't be here. Yeah, I mean, he'll be very happy with Hargreaves' performance thus far. That was very posh by me, but yeah, quite a few positions, you know, lost, gained in the middle of the pack. And yeah, looks like Robinson's lost a position. Max up 2, Gomez up 2, and Wilson down 1 as it looks like Jay Robinson just regains his position there for the Red Bull. But yeah, not too bad going so far, and it's nice clean racing, and we had that in the driver's briefing actually just before the race. We pretty much told everyone keep it clean, because, you know, 2 races left after 1 race left after this one, and, you know, the worst thing we want is any sort of DNFs, so it's not too bad. Well, ban him. No. We can't ban him. Top Gun is like I haven't watched it yet. I'm watching Top Gun tomorrow night, but apparently it's like really, really, really good, like 99% amazing. So I can't moan at Callum. It's fine. He deserves to. He deserves to have a night off, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, all the drivers still very close to each other. Obviously, Adam Forbes is going to be trying to defend the Ferrari of Hargreaves behind him as much as he can, so it doesn't obviously impede on his teammate in front. But if we just ride on board with the Ferrari here, we'll see if he can make these overtakes down the straight with the DRS. But it's a bit of a DRS train, so I don't know if he can make that happen. This looks like Max Chapman's about to make another overtake on a Haas as well. Is he going to go out the outside? Oh, no, he wants it.
He would like it very much.
If those Williams didn't have the DRS, he would have made it. Hopefully he won't sort of send a dive bomb or anything, but I'm pretty sure that this won't be the order of these 4 drivers when they cross the line next this lap. They're definitely something's going to happen.
Yeah, and it looks like Max Chapman's gone around the outside of the hat of Wilson there. Now
Yes.
going.
Wilson's trying to fight that back, but I don't know if he's got enough oomph. I believe.
On the outside of turn number 2.
Oh my
So,
god.
a tricky turn there to stick it around the outside, but he's made it stick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised the soft runners, lap 8 softs on Hungary, they're going to have to be pitting very, very soon, especially for the race leader currently, because it looks like Joe Fox was actually making up time now on Joe Bean.
Joe Bean has actually now gone into the pits to remove those soft tyres.
I could read their mind. I like to see it. Right, let's go and have a little look at... I want to get a different camera, but I don't think that's going to happen. Obviously, Joe Foxall there does indeed take the race lead as it stands, and it looks like Joe Bean's put on the mediums. They might go till the end, but yeah, look at that. First one to pit, and he's already down into P11, P12 maybe on the exits. That's quite a few positions lost there for that pit stop. Not sure if it's the best time for it, but I mean, you've got to pit when you've got to pit, right? So yeah, and obviously all the drivers in front of him, you know, are yet to pit. Yeah, it looks like if we go on board here with Hikes on the... Or to be honest with you, all the drivers, I mean, look at these pack of 4. We've got Hargreaves in front now of Adam Forbes. And I presume that Hargreaves is now going to try and get a move done there on Taylor. Taylor making a little bit of a mistake there. But I don't know. I don't believe... No, he hasn't got enough traction there through here. But is it an easy track to overtake, do you reckon, Hungary? I'm not sure.
People say it's Monaco without the wall. So it's a
no
hard
then.
track to overtake. But we've seen it already going around the outside, seeing Max going around the outside of Wilson at turn 2. So overtakes are possible. It's just, do you want to go for that?
We got another
virtual safety car.
So all the drivers going to be slowing down now. That's definitely going to trigger some drivers to go into the pits, especially Max Chapman here, benefiting hugely from this safety car. But does he go onto the hards till the end? Well, I don't know what he's going to do. Max Chapman, potentially the only one there benefiting from that virtual safety car. He does indeed go on those hard tyres. He's not going to be pitting again till the end of the race. Good decision, bad decision? I'd say it's a good decision. That's both Red Bulls in the pits as well.
Stack stopping.
They're not going to be wanting any sort of disruptance to the rest of this race. They're going to want to just, you know, keep going. Hopefully that virtual safety car doesn't turn into anything else. And yeah, there you go. Both Red Bulls, fresh hards, 13 and P14. Although Jay Robinson has to go on to something different.
Yeah, it looked like he had some front wing damage, which probably has caused that virtual safety car.
Potentially. We've gone green.
The green flag is out now.
Yes, so I mean, that's potentially the only... Yeah, there you go, Jay Robinson on the mediums. That's both Red Bulls pretty much done their pits till the end. Joel's not worried because of the amount of time difference between him and Max. Obviously, it's quite significant at the moment. We can see Joe Bean there, unfortunately, down into P11 on mediums, but I don't know if that's... I don't know if... I mean, obviously, Joe had to pit at some point, but... I don't know, it's difficult. Obviously, you know, if Joe waited that extra lap, had he have known there would have been a virtual safety car, he could have had a very nice cheap pit stop there. But, you know, it's just fate, isn't it? It's pure luck. So, yeah.
Yeah, as Alex Peak has now gone into the pits, the last of these soft compound tyre runners, having 10 laps on those softs, now going over to a fresh set of mediums. So it looks like he might be coming out P11
Yeah, P12 by the
Or
looks of it.
P12.
We're seeing
so.
lots of racing here though. P6, P7. 5 drivers in a massive train here, all fighting for positions as they go through into turn 4. Keeping it nice and like tidy on track, but yeah, it looks like Hargreaves making up another position there, up to P4, and Taylor Hume obviously up to P3 here with those pit stops in front of him. But yeah, it looks like the grid sort of reset again with Joel in P1 and then Casper back into P2. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I can't really call it who's going to win this race yet. It's too early. We're only not even a third of the way through yet, and yeah, the grid is completely scrambled, so I've got no ideas. It looks like Hargreaves goes on the inside here of Taylor Hume. Taylor's not giving up that position here, as he is going to try and defend it as much as he can. Going down the inside of this turn. He's got the better corner exit here. Oh, a little bit losing it on the rear. Unfortunately, that little mistake, Hargreaves just fighted back. Now, it's all depending on that detection zone. Who's got the DRS down here? It looks like it is Taylor as well, so he's maybe got extra speed here to fight down into turn 1. Incredible racing by the Williams driver here as you see him going the inside of Hargreaves. Both amazing drivers. Obviously, this is what we like in Kenco F1. You know, we like side-by-side, wheel-by-wheel racing. That's exactly what we're getting here today.
Yeah, there's a battle for third position from about... how many drivers?
Too many to count. Half the grid.
Yeah, 7 drivers.
Yeah. It's all fighting for that podium position in P3.
For that last podium.
That is absolutely incredible. Yeah, so that's Taylor, that's Hargreaves, Hume, Middlefell, Hartley, Forbes, Hikes, and it looks like Bean's in this pack now as well, down into P9. Yeah, he's leading the rear of this little skirmish we've got going on here, but it looks like Hargreaves is pulling away indeed from Taylor. It looks like the Alfa Romeo has just gone a little bit wide there. But yeah, incredible racing by most of the grid here. Yes, very, very nicely done.
And I've got my calculations of live championship standings.
Ooh.
At this moment in time.
Do share.
Will win the championship.
Okay.
As things stand, so he'll be a 2-time champion of Kenco F1. As things stand
with the current points, Joel will be winning the driver championship. But Max isn't going to make that happen. Exactly. Anything can happen. Anything.
Anything can happen.
So Hikes there is diving into the pits. We're going to see lots more drivers here into the pit lane over the next coming few laps as their mediums are slowly wearing down. Now, do you reckon they're going to do medium soft, medium hard? I don't really know how to call. I mean, medium hard it will have to be, surely.
Medium hard will probably be the preferred strategy. Medium soft is a gamble and a half. So the people who are tyre whisperers around this league, they're going to be like, if there's a late safety car or a late virtual safety car, yippee. If there isn't...
Yeah, I've just read Hassan's message as well. Interesting strategy here for the Red Bulls and the Alpines, though. Split strategy as well. Obviously, Red Bulls were medium hard, or hard medium, and then we've got Bean on soft medium. Now, those mediums for Joe Bean are not going to last. He's in P7 now in his Alpine, just about to go on the inside of a Mercedes of Middlefell. Both Mercedes actually doing really well. I forgot to really mention Dylan Hartley up to P5. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, I mean, Joe Bean, obviously, if he can make these mediums stick another 20 laps, then good luck to him. But we're seeing him potentially making a move here on the inside of the Mercedes, going on the inside, no collisions, very clean racing. I don't know if they made contact there, but we should see both drivers there with the Alpine in front of the Mercedes down into turn 3, 2, 3, yeah. 2 and 3.
Yes, turn 2 now going into turn 3.
There we go.
Or have we got a
yeah,
spin
oh, that is the Williams of Taylor Hume. Unfortunately for Taylor, that's not what he would have wanted. He has able to get that Williams back going again. But yeah, Taylor's that's a very unfortunate spin. I don't know if he went on the grass or was collision with another driver there. But that's not what Taylor would have wanted. He was doing so well. Gutted. Absolutely gutted.
It looks like so far the only people who have stopped is Joe Bean, Alex Pink, Max Chapman, Hikes, Jay Robinson, and Smith. So the only people who are going have pitted for fresh rubber so far.
Yes, so Alex Peak there, down into P10. He is fighting it's a free single file as he takes the inside of that Williams. Max Chapman could scoop up 2 positions here if he timed it very well. But yeah, they're both fighting here as they come down the final few corners of lap 14. As it looks like Dylan Hartley there diving into the pits. As it looks like Alex Peak emerging out of the last turn of this Grand Prix. But we'll ride on board here with Max Chapman. And we'll have a little look to see if he can collect both of these drivers coming into turn 1. I mean...
It looks like he got pushed off a little bit there.
He made it work.
He's made it work. And now
There
the
you go.
championship's turned on its head once again.
Does Max moving up to P7 just still
Yep.
potentially Joel from winning the championship this race?
Yeah,
Is it
as
sort of
things
P8
stand,
or above that he's got to finish in?
It's the way. So Joel has to win,
Okay.
and Max not scoring any points
Right, that's the only way.
win the championship,
Mhm.
or if Max is in P10 and Joel gets win and fastest lap.
Oh gosh, okay. Nice desync
So-
here from Max Chapman. We do know that his internet is rather shocking. Oh, we've got the crowd going crazy. I don't know what's happened. I think they went crazy because of Ferrari went in the pits of Hargreaves, potentially. Jay retired! Oh no! Jay Robinson has retired from the session. That is a full safety
There's a
car.
full-blown safety car.
Whether or not he's dived into some sort of corner, I'll have a little look, see if we can go on the... Potentially having a look down the grid here. But yeah, I'm not too sure.
He's lost
what's happened there.
within the, I think maybe the turn 10 to 11 complex. So the marshal's very quick to remove his car there, but it looks like he maybe just got on the grass and just lost it completely.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but Joel Foxhall hasn't pitted and Casper still hasn't pitted on the safety car. If they pit now, they're going to be losing so many positions.
No, they won't. So Joel hasn't collected the safety car yet. So if he pits now, there's around about like a 12-second gap away from Casper, and an 18-second gap away from.
So if
Joe
you were in
B.
Joel's
So
seat right now,
if I
would
was
you
in
pit?
Joel's seat, he
Looks
would
like he
box
is.
right now,
Yep.
which he is doing right now.
Smart decision here by Joel Foxhall. This decision could be the make or break for the championship, I don't know. But he takes it very nice and slow there, making sure he doesn't get a penalty going into the pits too quickly. It looks like he is going on the hard tyres. We see Max Chapman as well swap out the hards for the mediums for his second pit stop this race, still remaining in P10. But yeah, obviously full safety car here, halfway through the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's going to bunch everybody up nice and early. And yeah, there you go,
it
Max
looks like
Chapman leaving the pits still in P1.
Yeah. So it looks like it will be, at this moment in stand, I think it will be tied on. No, it won't be tied on points.
Loads of drivers going into the pits here. Some drivers on hard, some on mediums. Mediums 17, 18 laps. It's doable. Certainly doable.
Yeah.
But yeah,
most of the field are only on mediums now, or most of the field are on hards. So the people on the medium tyres will have the edge on the start. So Max will have the edge on the front 4 cars from him. So
yes, exactly that. Obviously, I don't know if we can have a little look at the tyre age here. I don't know if that... No, it doesn't really show, unfortunately. Current tyres... No, I thought there was a graphic that shown sort of the age of the tyres per lap, but I unfortunately don't think that's integrated. But yeah, unfortunate there for Jay Robinson. We'll have to catch up with him after the race. I don't know if it might have just been a spin into a wall, unfortunately, that crashed his car, but yeah, that has obviously caused the safety car today. And yeah, Joel Fox remaining in P1, followed by Joe Bean, Casper, and then Hargreaves up in P4. 12 positions gained so far.
yeah, and the annoying thing is Smits is a lap and he is between Joe Bean and Casper, so
Yeah, every driver is pitted as well.
yeah, so annoyingly with the game there is no unlapping. So
no, sorry, who was that? Who's
right
lap?
after the
Smits.
green flag,
Yes.
he will be a he'll have to jump out the way of all the cars once it's green flag.
So wait, is that Smits there in P? Obviously he's in P14, but I know that. He's in equivalent to P3, but in front of Casper. Yes, I see that. 3 cars in front, but it really should only be 2. So yeah, on the safety car restart, then hopefully we'll see Smits sort of diving down the side. I remember doing that in Canada myself, sort of being lapped by the safety car and having to just edge myself away just to let all the grid pass. It's a very sad moment, but hopefully Smits will know what to do for that one. But yeah, Joel Fox will currently on the safety car restart. His most rival down into P10, but on the medium tyres will get a much better launch through the grid. But yeah, that's most of the obviously, it's every single driver here pitted as they're all bunching up again. Looks like we're just waiting for an Alfa Romeo here for the back of the grid. But yeah, interesting race so far. I mean, we've had that's the second DNF of the race. Lots of pit stops, lots of interesting strategies, but I don't think this safety car's fallen into Red Bull's hands, I'll be honest. And it was caused by a Red Bull.
Yeah, caused by a Red Bull.
Oh no!
This could be Constructors' Championship looming for Red Bull.
I'm sure Jay. It was a full-on accident for Jay, but no hard feelings. But who knows? I mean, we've still got loads and loads of laps left. I don't think we've had any messages from the FIA yet in regards to safety car coming in. It is. Okay, that's all right then. We will go on board with Kasper Kuritz here. Kuritz? I believe it's Kuritz. From Estonia as well. What a lovely place. I would love to go to Estonia. It's near Latvia, I think, and Lithuania. Yeah. I feel like it's a forgotten country in Europe. Maybe it's just me that forgets about it, but not sure. Anyway, it looks like Joe is very, very closely tightening this pack. It does look like Smits has gone into the pits. That's a very good decision there for Smits, just to avoid the rest of the pack. But we'll have a little look as Joe does indeed go green there on the main straight. A little bit of a rear slip there for the Alpine. That's going to give Kasper a very nice boost down into turn 1. Bean is not going to be wanting that. Does that mean his tyres are already failing him? It looks like we've got Smits. He has retired in the pits. Okay, it might have been an issue with his car then. Wise decision there to retire in the pits. As it looks like, we got hikes in the pits as well. But we've got an Alpine making collisions here with Kasper, taking him wide. It gives the opportunity for Hargreaves to potentially take podium position here in Hungary. But yeah, interesting push there by Joe Bean, wanting that position back there from Kasper. Hargreaves is carrying so much speed into these turns. Max Chapman as well, up 2 positions from that safety car restart. Currently sandwiched. Look how close these drivers are around Hungary. Gosh, I would love to be watching this Grand Prix right now. There's so much going on. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, there you go. 2 Mercedes, P6, P7, doing absolute bits there. But there is a Red Bull. We see lots of Mercedes and Red Bulls here. So it looks like Max Chapman dives down the inside there of Dylan Hartley, makes it work. And that's P7 for Max Chapman. He's just unstoppable, I mean, at this point. I mean, he's gained 3 positions in 1 lap. That is quite something.
It looks like the championship will probably be...
Oh, someone's dropping down. Oh, is that an Alpine? That's Joe Bean.
It's Alpine with Joe Bean.
Oh, no, that rhymed as well. Oh, no, Joe. Oh, that actually sucks, honestly. That's both Alpines, P12 and P11. Joe, P2, man. Those tyres. I mean, Hassan, I'm fully with you here. These tyres are not doing Joe very well. They're pretty much 10 laps old, and they seem to be sliding a lot. As we've got now Ferrari 1-2. Max Chapman P6, sandwiched between 2 Mercedes, and Kasper moving up again, side-by-side racing here by the Ferrari of Hargreaves and Kasper. Kasper, again, all of these drivers, every single one of them have got talent, and I'm not just saying that because they're in a league, but like genuinely, like they're all amazing. Like they know how to race and slide, but you know, we'll forget about the latter.
And the one thing is, Kasper and Reggie J fighting for P2. Joel Foxhall's just going off into the sunset. Bye bye.
Yeah, I mean he's 3.5 seconds ahead here of Kasper and the Haas, and you know all the time that these drivers are fighting here. As we see Max Chapman overtake another Mercedes coming down the turn 13 and turn 14. But yeah, I mean, again, you know, these drivers want to be fighting, they want to be gaining positions, but all the time they're doing it, Joel's just saying goodbye, like you say, and moving up positions. But yeah, you can see Joel Foxall there at the very top of the screen, turning into turn 1, 15 laps to go, and only 5 seconds split the two championship rivals, as it looks like the P3 and P2 are still fighting here for the trophy, the silver trophy. I don't even know. They're probably going for podium, to be fair. But yeah, wheel by wheel. Sorry, wrong button. Oh gosh, there we go. Sorry, it's like real life Formula 1 TV here. Can't get the cameras nowadays. A little messages here. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, we've got a message here from Smith saying, I can't win this game, man. I got a BS drive-through, which we did see when someone in front of me spun. They needed to go on a second time for a new front wing. And then, and then he got unlapped. It was very unlucky, to be honest. But, I mean, if the safety car... I mean, I wish the game... Again, F122, I really hope they sort of implement this in some way that lapped cars can... Yeah, they can unlap themselves on the safety car, because that's completely screwed your race there, and obviously it's no fault of your own, like you say, even with the drive-through that potentially wasn't even your fault. But yeah, I definitely feel sorry for you, and especially your not your teammate. No, I was about to say the Alpine of Joe, but yeah, you're in Alpha Tauri. But yeah, I mean, Alex Peak will hopefully get some points here as all the drivers coming down the straight. But yeah, it looks like Alex Peak is going to have to be defending the Red Bull here behind him, as both of these drivers in front are still fighting. They're still wheel by wheel. This is insane.
This is just crazy. And the one thing is, as Roddy Joe, Hargreaves and Casper are fighting,
look at Alex Peak and Max Chapman.
Is like, yippee.
Oh, he's loving this right now. He's got, yeah, he's sitting in the audience watching this. Well, not literally. Oh, that might have been desync. Hopefully that's not damage.
I don't. Let me see on board.
He is on the inside. It's difficult to see. It's difficult to see, but that is Alex Peak moving down into P5, as it looks like Hargreaves has regained P2 there, and Joel Foxall here, 5 seconds ahead of the pack. He is just absolutely going crazy. He's on fresh air. He's on clean air. But yeah, very well done. And obviously we can see there. Yeah, Casper Koretz losing a little bit of time here to Hargreaves. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he doesn't just get collected by the rest of the pack behind him and he's able to maintain the pace. Interesting as well, Jamie. Chapman and Peak both on mediums, the rest of the pack on hards. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. I mean, not necessarily now. Obviously, they're faster now. But when we come down into the final sort of 5 laps of the race, it looks like the Mercedes are swapping positions here.
And it looks like both second, third are still fighting.
This is amazing to see. I hopefully there's no I mean, the little touches, you know, just to notice I'm here, I'm still here kind of thing. But all these little touches, you know, Chapman's just sort of trying to find that move, trying to find that, you know, that gate just to launch past both of them like he did a few laps ago. But he's just got to be patient, really, I'll be honest with you. But all the time he's patient, these tyres are shredding, really, because of much heavier braking. You know, he hasn't got that fresh air like Casper's currently got. But it's like, yeah, Casper back into P2 there. These drivers, I don't even know what's going to happen. I have no idea.
It is just crazy racing right now. It's clean, hard racing.
Yes. I would say that Joel's in a good position right now, though.
Yeah.
Definitely Joel in a good position to win at the moment.
Yeah. He's 5 seconds ahead of Casper. So, touch wood. And not doing the commentator's curse.
Yes.
It's Joel's race to lose. Look.
What?
It's Joel's race to win. Oh, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know the phrase. I genuinely know the phrase. Yeah. I don't know how to say it though. But yes, I know what you're trying to say. It makes sense. As yeah, interesting as well. The fastest lap point currently with Joe Bean down into P12. I'm pretty sure that will be overtaken though at some point. But we're just currently watching the front of the pack here. P2 down to P5, P6, P7. I mean, all these drivers are very close to each other as they come down through turn 4 into turn 5 with the sausage curb. But yeah, keep your eye on Joe. He could make a comeback. He certainly might. He's got every potential here. He's on the same medium tyres, but he is quite a few seconds behind the pack. But again, anything can happen. There's 11 laps to go of the Hungary Grand Prix. I also owe you guys an apology as well. There was no qualifying yesterday. If you did miss that, I do apologise. But we had family over, and yeah, it was, we had dinner very late, so I do apologise. But it did go ahead, I promise you, and that's obviously sorted the grid out for today. But yeah, these drivers still fighting. They're still very close to each other. And this little single line file is reminding me a bit of Monaco today, I'll be honest.
It does. As we got a yellow.
Oh, do we have a yellow?
Yeah, we're now green. Looks like maybe.
Oh, Nuts has retired. That is James Wilson in the Haas.
Failure, possibly.
Unfortunately, hopefully he's not
Engine might have
impeding on the
gone.
track. Is that in the pits?
No, on the 13. So just the last area. Don't know. Looks like that. He's parked up by Benin Road. Yeah, the marshals have literally just swooped him up and just it's green flag again. So no safety car at the moment, and we've got 10 laps left.
Very nicely done. Yes, Hassan. Blaming it on the best Dunzy on Twitch. Of course. Of course. Who else can I blame? Who else can I blame? No. No hard feelings. But we could have had dinner earlier. I'm kidding. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, Mercedes, there was team orders there for Hartley to overtake Middelfeld a few laps ago. It looks like it is paying off. Obviously, Middelfeld, unfortunately, losing a few seconds here to his teammate Hartley. But Hartley's still very much in the running for potentially getting a podium finish here today. As, again, these drivers up in front, they're still, you know, about maybe 4 or 5 tenths between each other. But it's a DRS train, and it's not helping many of the drivers sort of gain that much of an advantage down the straight. There's obviously, you know, it's not helping. I'm going to say that. It's definitely not helping.
It's definitely not good. The straight is not long enough. We want the straight to be long enough.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's going to be interesting in Sao Paulo, though. I don't think there's ever... Has there ever been a Kenco F1 in Brazil? I don't think there has for a very long time.
Yeah. All the way back in, like, season 1, I think was the last...
Blimey.
Yeah, the last race was season 1. So...
Sorry, that went down the wrong hole.
We're going back there for the final race of the season, a sprint race. So...
Yes, sprint race next weekend. Well, like I say, I don't know what's happening. It will either be next weekend, but on different days, or it'll be the weekend after. But yeah, it's the Queen's like Jubilee thing, and we've got some like party thing we're doing. But I don't even know. I don't even want to get involved. But I've got no choice, so it's all good. Whoa, Max Chapman taking very wide around there. I don't know. It's as much speed as he possibly could carry, as he's very close there to the rear of Joel's teammate. Gosh, I mean, Max probably has nightmares of the colour red.
Yeah. Max is going to be like, oh no, Joel is going to be ready, just back him up. Make sure he doesn't get any more points.
Yeah, team orders by Joel.
I mean, like he's gone to the inside.
This hasn't ended yet, I'll tell you that right now. Hargreaves will not just give up that easily.
No,
he's going to go on the inside down here. If he can, or he hasn't.
Or not.
I mean, wise decision. I mean, he didn't want to dive bomb and cause an unnecessary collision here. But yeah, Hargreaves there. Potentially going to be able to fight back Max Chapman here down the next few turns. But, you know, all these drivers putting these cars into their absolute limits. And it's amazing to see, really. Obviously, most of these drivers, they got Fanatec setups, they got Logitech setups. I don't think we've got any controller people. Not to my knowledge, anyway. But they've got all the gear, which is good to see.
Yeah, Max Chapman on that 2-stop, helping
very much.
Being really helpful with that safety car a couple of laps ago, going onto that fresh set of mediums. But those mediums, I think now
they're going to be dying soon.
Yeah, they're 10 laps old now, so they're going to be a bit worn compared to the hards.
Joe Bean's still going though on those mediums. So I mean, Joe's basically said yes, it can stick. Because there's collision there by the Ferrari. Hargreaves carrying a lot of speed there down into turn 3. Max Chapman's not going to be happy with that. Nor is Hargreaves as they collide again. Oh my gosh, these drivers, they're not. The thing is, it's little taps, isn't it? It's not like It's not angry. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not
Love
like-
taps. There's another one. These two drivers, you know, I'd love to watch this. This is amazing.
And hopefully we have more battles with them too in the future, because this is
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah.
a fantastic battle for the last spot on the podium.
100%. 100%. But yeah, I mean, obviously Max Chapman wanting to get in front here of Casper Kuritz. Both really, I mean, all of these drivers are amazing, but both of these drivers, if Max Chapman does get in front of Casper, does he have the pace to chase down 5 seconds on Joel? I don't know if I can see it happening.
Probably, I think it might be too big of a stretch to get there, but a late safety car might think otherwise.
I mean, as if I'd say it, I mean, currently Max Chapman side by side here with the Haas of Casper. Oh, blimey, that Ferrari wanted that position as well. Casper was not taking that one. That is Max Chapman up into P2 from the back of the grid. 6 laps to go.
So easy.
Yeah. But, I mean, I feel sorry for Casper, really, because I hope he doesn't lose his position to the Ferrari as well coming down here. I love this chicane as well. It's very fun to drive. Anders, welcome. Thank you very much for the host, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're currently 6 laps to go of the Hungary Grand Prix. And, yeah, we have no idea who's going to win currently. Max Chapman on medium tyres, 6 seconds behind the race leader of Joel Foxall. Max is going to want as many... Again, let's just say Max Chapman does get P1 here. That's, what, 7 points. That means Joel Fox will only be leading the Driver' Championship by 3 points coming into Brazil. If that happens. Currently, as it stands, if this is how it ends, if my maths is that quick, it will be... oh, God, I don't know. 7-point difference? So, yeah, therefore it will be 17-point difference. I think. No, I don't even know.
It will be Joel on 152
Oh my God.
points.
25, 153.
On 135, I think. Yeah.
So it'll be a 17-point deficit.
Yeah. Into a round that has...
So all
34.
Joel has to do is finish sort of P6 or higher at Brazil and wins. If that's if Joel Foxall wins today.
Yeah.
If Max Chapman wins, it's only going to be a 3-point deficit. Meaning you've basically got to win the Brazilian Grand Prix to win the Drivers' Championship. Hassan's are currently, as it stands, Joel's on 127 Driver Championship points. Max Chapman's on 117. So there's 10-point difference between Max Chapman and Joel Foxall coming into this race. And yeah, a lot can happen in 5 laps. I mean, Max has got to make up half a second each lap to be able to be in for even a chance to overtake Joel Foxall. That time is now saying 7 seconds, but it seems to be sort of fluctuating. But yeah, we're currently seeing Casper Kuritz still in P3 here. I mean, it looks like Hargreaves a little bit far behind here to make a move happen into turn 1. But it's Hargreaves. I mean, he definitely goes for some 50-50 decisions. And, oh, he's being pushed off the track here by Casper. Nice defensive move as he goes round. He does make collision with the Haas. And that is, unfortunately, Hargreaves. Oh, God. That was a dangerous reverse.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's all the way down to P8, and he could have literally been fighting for Max Chapman as well to hold off Joel. That is gutting. I don't know if that was too heavy defense there by Casper Kuritz. It's too early to say. They'll be wanting to. Yes.
What's happened here? I don't like this. Too defensive or moving under braking, but.
Yeah, that is absolutely gutted for Hargreaves. Obviously, such a great race for him, 31 laps in, and that one little spin, that one little mistake that he's made, it all comes crumbling down. And only Ace Maker, I wonder, I mean, the voice might sound a little bit familiar, but yeah, I'm not too sure who this Kenco bloke is myself. But welcome in. This is what I do on a weekend, right? On a Sunday. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not drinking that anymore. Anyone want some free, like, great rubbish? It's disgusting. Oh God.
No, thank you.
No, please I'll give it to you for free. It's fine. It's nice, but it's too much when you drink too much of it. But yeah, most of the drivers split up quite a lot here, actually. Sorry?
I'll pass on the grape drink.
If you ever buy Prime, guys, drink the vodka. I would definitely pass out. I need to chill it first. I can't drink, like, spirits warm. That's disgusting. And plus, it's less fiery when you drink it cooler, right? I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Some of you haven't even experienced that. Don't get into alcohol. It's not great. Neither do I. I mean, I don't really touch the stuff, but yeah. I'm pretty sure none of these drivers have touched any alcohol in the last 24 hours. Otherwise, they'll be drink driving. Are you allowed to do that in Formula 1? Definitely not.
Probably not. I don't think being under the influence of alcohol and being in charge of a Formula 1 car that goes over 200 miles an hour would be wise.
I'd chance it. There's only one way to find out what happens. 3 laps to go at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Hungarian, I don't really know.
Hungarian.
Yeah, that. With the same flag as Italy and Bulgaria, just flipped and rotated around a few times. It's the same place. Yeah, didn't Hartley up to P4 here. Don't know if he'll be able to get a chance at a podium, but as it stands, Joel Foxall P1, Max Chapman 5 seconds behind with his mediums, potentially giving up the ghost on him, with Kasper Kuritz there on the hard tyres at P3. Yeah, at the moment, as it stands, I think that, yeah, Joel Foxall's going to win this Grand Prix currently, and then all he's got to do is just sit as Ferrari P6, P5 or greater in Brazil, and he's going to win the championship. But yeah, I mean, great drive, to be honest, by all the drivers. Max Chapman, again, last to P2. Not many other drivers could do that on the grid, but he's not going to be happy because he wants that P1. Kasper Kuritz started P2, lost a position. But amazing driving by him throughout the entire Grand Prix. It looks like Alex Peak here might be fighting back Dylan Hartley here, actually. We'll watch this coming down through turn 14, down into turn 1 in a moment, as he'll have that DRS here. Have the Ferrari secured the Constructors? No, the Red Bull are winning the Constructors. 184 points for the Red Bull and only 157 for Ferrari. So, as it stands, Red Bull are, I think, well, they haven't confirmed winning it, but they are 20... They're 27, 28 points ahead.
They're 27 points clear of Ferrari.
But this isn't going to help with that Hargreaves spin. I suppose, again, Joe Robinson DNFing as well. That's not going to help the Constructors either from both parties. So
yeah. So
a little bit of a late overtake here. But the Alpine of Joe Bean there on Hargreaves. We might see even some more rear-end racing here by Hargreaves. Although that spin doesn't stop him, doesn't give him the confidence drop to keep fighting here. Again, I guess every point counts. But yeah, we might see a move in the next few. Well, I don't think we'll go through the chicane, but maybe down through the straight here for these drivers. But yeah, look, Max is closing that gap, but there's just not enough laps to do it.
Yeah, as Joel Foxall goes on to the final lap of this race. It's a pole position, possibly converting into a race win here.
He's led pretty much every lap of this Grand Prix, bar about one. He's done very well. He's definitely done very well for himself. It looks like we've got hikes there on the soft tyres. Maybe going to steal that fastest lap from Joe Bean. I'm not really too sure. We keep getting that fastest lap pop-up. But yeah, Joe Bean currently, as it stands, will be getting 3 points unless Hargreaves can fight back down into turn 2. He's going on the outside. But then, yeah, just that Alpine again. He's like a Fernando Alonso. He knows where to put the car. We saw this, didn't we? Hamilton and the Alonso around Hungary. Just Alonso not giving up. And we're seeing the exact same thing with the Alpine here. Anyway, we'll go and have a look at Joel Foxall. Looks like he is indeed going to win the Hungary Grand Prix. 4.5 seconds gap between him and Max Chapman behind. 35 laps of amazing racing. Joel you know, pitting at the best time possible under that safety car. He goes and wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. As I get a voice crack, congratulations to Joel. 25 points will be picked up by him. 18 for Max Chapman there in P2. Kasper Kuritz crossing the line in his Haas P3. And that's the podium sitters for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Dylan Hartley down into P4 alongside a brilliant drive there, to be honest, by Alex Peak, keeping that P5 position that he started in qualifying. Adam Forbes there, P6. Very nice drive by him. He'll be very chuffed with that. Middlefell, Taylor Hume, and then we've got the Alpine and Hargreaves, the Ferrari in the distance there. And we've got Gomez and Hikes. P11 and P12. Unfortunately, no points for them today, but they did finish the race. But yeah, well done. Congratulations to Joel Foxall and Max Chapman and Kasper and all the other drivers as well. But yes, this is going to be interesting in Brazil with 17-point deficit, I believe. So
I'm plotting up the championship points as
oh, I like this. I like this.
I will get everything ready for you.
Dun, dun. No worries, GG. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, if I don't know, we will update you guys when the Brazilian Grand Prix is happening. It won't be. I mean, it might be. It won't be next Sunday for definite, but it could be next Saturday. If not, it will be the week after, or the week after that. Driver of the day, Max Chapman. Did he make the most positions? Yes, it would have been Hargreaves, but I think Max Chapman did indeed get the driver of the day. But yeah, congratulations there, Joel Foxall, Max Chapman, and Kasper Kuritz. Damn, that ended too early. Why don't we do 100% races in F122? I mean, there's nothing stopping us. F122 gets... I mean, people with early access, 4 weeks today, will be able to play F122. We obviously won't start the league until August, September. A little bit later.
Maybe like mid.
Oh,
maybe it's like start of August or maybe late July, maybe.
Yeah, we'll work something out.
Somewhere around that point.
Because you're commentating, not driving. True. Dun 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 dun. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood. Shall we? I mean, do you want to speak to some people? I don't mind.
As I've got some championship standings in the top 2 of the Drivers' Championship.
Please share.
Joel
Taylor,
Fox at the
sorry,
moment
go ahead.
Is on 152 points, and Max Chapman on 135.
Hang on. Yep.
Below like P3 might be a bit odd because I haven't done correct standings yet, and the constructors is not 100%.
Have you updated the spreadsheet, or is it just on your own
Yeah,
little...
the spreadsheet is updated, but if you refresh it, or is it not refreshed?
Jensen, you've missed the Grand Prix, mate. Hello.
I will get Joel Foxall.
Is it updated? It has updated.
Okay.
There you go. Joel Foxall, 152. Max Chapman, 135 points. Can I make that bigger? There you go. 202. So, I mean, we don't even know constructors.
Yeah, constructors is tight as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's all still to play for. Right, let me get...
Do you want to see my lovely face? Let's get my... hang on. We'll get some driver interviews going. Don't worry. Shit, that's big. Hang on. 1 second. How do you want to keep them? No. We don't want me that big. Is that better? That's better. If Ferrari can still win the constructors, they certainly can. They certainly can. Now, I saw bits of it till like 25, no worries. We're going to get some driver interviews anyway. We'll go and have a little look at who is going to win. But yes, we're definitely hearing the wrong microphone. Really? No, you're not. No, you're not. What is that mic? Oh! Don't worry, it was just me being an idiot. I think you heard my camera microphone as well as me. Is that better now? That should be better. But yeah, we'll get some driver interviews in. It looks like we've got the, well, currently, driver championship constructor leader. Not constructor. But, yeah, I don't know. Joel, hello. No. Welcome.
Good evening.
Oh gosh, you're quiet. Hang on.
Sorry, I'll speak louder if you want.
No, I'll turn you up. It's fine. How are you?
I am, yeah, I'm not bad. I'm
good.
Yeah, just, yeah, that's it really. not bad.
Was it a boring race at the front, or did you just kind of take your own
I mean,
stride and do your best you can?
yeah, I mean, I was just, in a rhythm. I didn't really need to do too much more than I did today, and obviously Reggie did a superb job from being called up for the team very
did.
last minute, and just got unfortunate with a couple incidents with the Haas and Max. I'm not sure really what happened, but I know with the Haas he just got turned in on, which is a bit unfortunate. But yes, fair play to Max. He did what he had to do. I did what I had to do, and bring on Brazil.
Yeah, I know. There's 17 points between you both going to Brazil. So, as it stands, I mean, all you've got to do is finish like P5 or P6 and above in Brazil, and you've won it. So, I
That
mean,
would be depending on sprint race results as well, though.
oh yes, I forgot about that. Oh, that adds to the
Still got 8
excitement.
points. So the maximum
Oh,
points in Brazil is 34 points. So it's still up to play for in coming into the last race of the season. So how does
yeah.
the team in Marino feel coming into the last race of the season? Are they nervous, or is it just another day in the office?
I think definitely we know what we need to do, and I wouldn't say there's nerves. I don't really think at the end of the day it's, well, I mean, it's easy to say it's just a game, but obviously there's a bit of nerve and everything, but I think we know what we have to do. We've got it all sorted already. We've got the plan, and we know what we have to do. And I think at the end of the day, we just need to go out there and perform on the day, and that's the best we can do. And obviously hope that we can beat Max and Red Bull to the championship. Obviously, but Max with his pace, it's going to be not an easy job, and with the new guys, it's just going to make life a lot harder for me. But I'll see what I can do, and obviously hope that I can come out on top of Max on the day.
That's it. We don't know if it's going to be next weekend or the weekend after, but we'll let you know as soon as we can.
Yeah.
And the championship, all championships, if you go over to the championship tab, it's all updated now. So if you refresh
Oh,
it, it should
on the
be
championships page.
everything. Yeah, on the
Okay,
championship page,
here we
if you
go.
refresh it, that is the live or provisional championship standings.
Is it updated? I just pressed F5.
So it should be Red Bull on 100 or 202 points,
Yeah,
and
it's
Ferrari on
updated.
183.
Oh, there you go. Now it's all changed. Gosh, it's all moved. I like this. This is cool. So Dylan Hartley moves up to P3 in the Driver Championship. How the hell has people coded this?
I have no idea.
This is amazing.
I know.
I don't really know what any of it means.
Let me get.
Should we speak to somebody else? Joel, thank you very
Yeah.
much, by the way. Well done today. And
Nice. Cheers.
good luck into Brazil.
Yeah, let's speak
Cheers.
to the two Red Bulls. Why not? See how they go.
I like this spreadsheet though. Teammate comparisons. You can see who's doing better in the team. As you can see, Joel Foxall and Max Chapman are basically just outdoing their teammate in every way possible. And Joe Bean doesn't have a teammate. That's sad. Okay, I don't know.
Both of the Red Bulls, so
Yeah.
the Constructors' Championship leaders at the moment.
Well, Max is championship leader.
Yeah, Jay, what happened?
Yeah.
Do share,
was-
please.
I just got caught in dirty air, pushing too hard. And back end just give way. Seems to be the story of every single race this season. And I've got a feeling it could be the number 12. It's my first season with Red Bull, I used it, and that didn't go too well. Now I've went back to number 12. After a good season with AlphaTauri.
Sorry, I wasn't.
How's the feeling in between at the Milton Keynes between all the people down at the factory with the Constructors' Championship looming ever so closely in your favour at the moment?
I'll let Max answer that one.
I mean, it's all right. It's a bit nervous going into the last race, Obviously I'm behind Joel. I don't know by how many points. I haven't seen
17.
yet.
Quite a few.
But,
But there's sprint race as well. So, I mean, that's what? Potentially 20, 34 points you can collect? 20.
how many points is it for a win in a sprint race? 8?
Yes. If you
Yeah,
win the
the
sprint race, you
maximum
get 8.
points if you get fastest lap and P1 in sprint and the race, the max is 34.
Yeah.
And in constructors, it's 59
So we'll have
with a
to,
1-2
yeah.
in both. So
It's difficult because if Joel does
it's
well,
yeah, it's gonna come down to the final race in Sao Paulo, I think.
Pretty much, right? If Joel wins the sprint race and I DNF or anything like that, I think
wait,
he's
if Joel wins the sprint race, I know because you'll get 7 points anyway, so that's not that much of a deficit.
No. What I'm saying is, if Joel wins the sprint race and I DNF,
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
difficult,
just-
but
yeah,
you've
it's
both
exactly it's
still
exactly
done very
25
well.
points. It'll be exactly 25 points. So.
How am I on 9 points? What the hell?
Oh, I don't like Brazil either. It's such a crap track.
I need to have a
Joel
good
says
race
he
this
won't do
weekend.
well either, so you're not in your own. It's
Probably
alright.
not. Neither of us are probably gonna win.
You know what?
No.
I'm
It'll
gonna
be,
request to change my number this weekend, and if I do well, I know
Okay.
what the problem was.
Your number.
Yep. 'cause
What
it's
number are you currently?
12. The one where my first season with Red Bull I did terribly with.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And I've went back to 12 and I've done even worse. 8 points for the whole season.
I mean, coming into the new game, I mean that I can't wait for that. That's gonna be good. We probably won't. I don't know, but I'm hoping that will be. I guess it'll be
Yeah,
a similar structure.
Are we having the race next weekend or?
So I'm not here at
Still
all
yet to be
Sunday.
decided.
We'll do a vote in the Discord.
Yeah.
Surely we go for the next weekend.
That's what.
Weekend.
That's would be the
Yeah.
preferred
Jubilee
option.
weekend as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's why I'm
Oh,
out.
not literally
I mean,
as well.
yeah. I feel like maybe we should just postpone it
Push it back one.
because there'll be lots of people probably doing stuff anyway.
Push it back till the
Josh says he'll be back
12th
next
of
year.
June, possibly.
Is that 2 weeks? Oh no, that's yeah. That's the 11th and 12th. So, yeah. I'm happy to do that. We can put an announcement and just call it that.
Yeah.
And at least it'll give people a week to refresh or an extra week to train in Brazil or
12th
whatever.
of June, is that the next weekend or is it
The weekend after. Well, next weekend's
Weekend
the
after.
5th. Yeah, 5th.
Alright, okay.
But Taylor won't
Is
be
the
here on the
6th
12th.
Is the 6th a bank? What's it called? Bank holiday.
No, only this week. Thursday and Friday is bank holiday because it's a 4-day weekend because of the Queen.
Alright.
To my
Who's
knowledge.
probably gonna. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
What are you gonna say?
I think that's.
This has been an interesting interview.
Yeah.
It's just turned into a normal conversation. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Queen.
Queen listings and that. That's it, Joel. I mean, should we speak with maybe one more person then head out? I don't mind. It's up to you, really. Also, the TeamSpeak is kind of dead.
If anyone wants to go on Amigo, type in UK and I'll be on there.
You go if you want to see
Okay.
Jay's face. Go on Amigo and type in UK. You might see him.
Let me see if maybe
See you later, guys.
Bye.
one of the Williams drivers, maybe
Yeah, sure.
Adam Forbes, why not? Let's try and see if he wants to have a chat.
Can't race Brazil. I didn't make this spreadsheet, by the way. I'm not taking any credit for any of this. Although some of the formulas, look at what's that formula? It's nuts. But there you go.
We now have Adam Forbes, who finished the race in P6.
Yeah.
Hello, Adam.
Hello.
How was the race on your point of view? How did it go?
I never want to go back to this track.
You don't want to go back
was
to
she
it, but you finished
No,
P6.
Higher temperatures are like
Yeah,
112
true.
degrees on the medium. It was insane.
What is this theme tune? It's quite bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, great drive to be honest. But you, where did you start P7, finish P6?
Yeah,
I believe.
Then
And then obviously Taylor had that unfortunate spin sort of 2/3 of the way through the race, which dropped him down a few positions.
His tire temperatures were also crazy.
That might be why. But yeah, there's the drivers. There's the, I guess, the points for today. Is that right? Race report. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Point off
that-
McLaren in the constructors.
that's the top 10
Yeah.
in classification at the
Good.
moment.
wait. Apparently Casper was running on a standard setup.
Was he?
Was he?
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, any thoughts, Adam? You're currently, where are you?
P12.
P12. There you go. 24 points. I mean, you could potentially easily go up to like, dare I say, in one race up to like P6 or potentially even
Yeah,
higher.
yeah.
Like this part of the
P6.
championship's so close.
Yeah.
I would have had a lot more points if it wasn't for my unluckiness in Bahrain and Monza. But
Yeah, but they're at the start of the
That's-
season. You've improved a lot since then.
yeah. Taylor's also. I think the reason I've improved massively is Taylor, Rich. Our teamwork is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In reception, we're basically doing like a tubular career, and like we're always qualifying on the same road as each other and stuff. So.
Yeah, you two. I mean, you always practice offline and your own little time and calls and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it makes
Hopefully he's
sense.
here for next.
Yeah, I don't know though. We've got to sort it out. I mean, if so many people can't make it on that weekend, then we'll have to do it the weekend after. But I don't know. It's awkward.
Is it the last? It's the last race, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, the last race of the season. So
Oh god, it's Brazil. Oh god.
it'll be fine. Don't worry. It's a sprint race anyway. You can get more points.
There's more points of spinning, but yeah.
I'll give 10 subs if we delay it another week. No, don't do that.
bribery right there.
I'll
What's
give
that?
50 if we don't delay it.
You'll give 50.
You'll give 50.
Jesus.
Jesus.
We were.
The bank balance, the bank accounts are going to be drained.
I know the charities would love it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, should we head out? I don't mind.
Yeah.
If you are from Kenco and you do know me, and you're not just from like F1, I'm not gonna be live until like Tuesday or Wednesday this week. Sorry. I'm watching Top Gun tomorrow, and then I don't know what's happening Tuesday and Wednesday, but it's a 4-day weekend, so I'll make it up for you next weekend, right? So it should be good. That's probably yes, Top Gun. Yeah, I've heard it's very good. I'm watching it in IMAX, so best possible to watch it, right? Best possible way to watch it. But yeah, I will see you all guys later. Jamie, I don't know if you want to say anything before we head out. Don't spoil
Other
it.
than stay tuned for the final race of the season because it's going to be an interesting one, possibly.
Yep.
It's definitely going to be
It's
a
true.
one to watch. Who's
That's
going
when
to
I'll
win
end
the
up in
drivers
jail,
and who's
mate.
going to win the constructors. So
Yep.
stay tuned for the weekend of the 10th to the 12th of June.
No worries. Sorry, I've just been distracted. Yes, guys, I love you all. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the last like 20 minutes of just chatting and talking through all this. I feel like we needed that just to catch up with everybody and sort of see where we're currently standing. But yeah, well done, and I will see you all soon. All right, have a good one. I'll commentate on my. Josh, you're more than welcome, mate. Anyway, yeah, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I will see you all at some point on the main channel. It won't be tomorrow. Potentially, might be Tuesday evening. But yeah, I'll see you all soon. All right. You can end up in the same court as. Yeah, Hassan. That's it. Jamie will be judging if I'm guilty or not. That's it, mate. That's it. I hope he says not guilty. But then, to be fair, he'll be taken out of the court because he knows me, so therefore his opinion is invalid. Bye. See you guys later. Have a good one.